IJC night at Happy Valley Wednesday night. Welcome to the race by race preview. Paul Lally is here with all of the selections. It's an early start time too, with the big night of festivities taking place at the Valley. 6:30 the first to Class 5. Lucky Blessing, last start winner, extra £5. Doing Wong Choi, crossover noseband off. Soaring Bronco, pacifiers with cows off, hood and pacifiers on. Dragon Sunrise, cheek pieces off, pacifiers and a crossover noseband added to him. And Perfecto Moments will wear cheek pieces once again. 16.50, the first Paul, led up by the last start winner.
Yeah, look, the query is, can he cross One Glory? He likes the lead as well, but I think he can. It was his first go over, 16.50 last time. Sterling Wong Choi can put himself right there. Soaring Bronco might do it tough from his draw. Rewarding Twinkle is downgraded. He'll find this a lot easier. And Windicator Family should get his chance.
We stay with Lucky Blessing right now, and that win last time on the 12th of November. Perfecto Moments 5th and Dragon Sunrise 6th. Gets to the outside Dragon Sunrise, makes a little bit of ground. Any of these three figure in your calculations?
No, they don't. Look, Lucky Blessing was probably the closest. He was right on the cusp whether he could go in or not, because he did keep fighting here, but just with the other horse, One Glory, in the race, he just might make it a little bit tricky. The grey horse there, Dragon Sunrise, he looks like he might be able to find his mark. He's getting down on the ratings, though.
He sure is. As we move on to our second replay featuring One Glory running second here. We've also got Windicator Family and Bingo Babe 12th. Will Windicator Family get the pace on to suit, because he normally runs on, mind you, he doesn't win out of turn.
He does. One thing is his favour is he's drawn nicely in barrier number 5. He drew 11 2 starts ago. If he can jump well, which he can do normally, and just be a little bit closer, that's going to be the key for him. So he'll go in. I think he's a chance with James McDonald aboard.
Move on to our next one, which is minor money form around the grey. Sterling Wong Choi, who sits up outside the leader here. And Hugh Bowman, Douglas White combined with this one. Strongest Boy's way down in the ratings and does make some late ground.
Yeah, he does. He's just been a little bit out of form recently, so see if he can come back. Sterling Wong Choi will go in. He's found a bit of model of consistency now with placings in his last 3 or 4 starts, and he's drawn well in barrier 3rd. This is his second start back in Class 5 as well, so he'll get his chance.
And one more to have a look at. It's Rewarding Twinkle, who's charged home in high grades a few times at Happy Valley. Here he is running 6th over 1,650 metres last time. This was in Class 4, so he gets the drop this week.
Yeah, and a lot of these horses are racing in the IJC races as well, and you can see he got back to the inside. Now, this is going to be so much easier. He comes down into Class 5. He's going to definitely get his chance in this race, and I think he can win it from barrier number 6. This is only his second start over the 1,650 as well.
Second start, but his first win if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, we'll put him on top, actually, Rewarding Twinkle, the downgrader, the new kid on the block into this grade. He'll go on top to win the race. In there for second will be the 7, which is Windicator Family. Third, the 3, which is Sterling Wong Choi. And in there on a minor line, Family Fortune with Joe Moreira and Casper Founds. 2, 7, 3 and 9.
An early win on Wednesday night for Derek Long, riding for Frankie Law. For Paul with the Rewarding Twinkle. Race number 2 now, preview for this one. The gates will be placed at the 1,200 metres for this race, and it is a Class 5. Telecom Power placed his first time in this grade last start. Chillmaster Blinkers go on for the first time. Podium carries an extra £7 for his last start win. Shine Bright Blinkers again. Tongue Tie is off. Noble Deluxe, the blinkers off, the hood on for the first time, and Mr. Good Vibes, a last start winner, carries an extra £5 for it, Paul.
Yeah, riding high, I think he can lead this race. He went forward last time and he's drawn barrier number 3. Oriental Surprise from his barrier 6. Zach Purdon will try and tuck in behind. Noble Deluxe, good prospect, got the inside draw. Telecom Power's drawn next to him, so those two should get their opportunities. Lucky Generations ran on last time. Your My Everything gets back. Shine Bright and Chillmaster, I think he'll go back with the blinkers on.
We look at Mr. Good Vibes first. If you do like him, don't watch the trial. It was pretty ordinary following this, but his race day form is good. He was a winner over the 1,600 metres at Sha Tin last time. Does have to carry some extra weight. He was hard ridden at the turn, but stayed on. Matthew Poon rides again for David Hall.
Yeah, the 1,200's a little bit of concern here. He's only been placed once over the 6 goes, and his Happy Valley record isn't particularly good with only 1 placing from 9 goes. So, look, I prefer him over a little bit further, Mr. Good Vibes, so, look, he won't go in.
It's a blanket go there with Gangnam Star and Panda Legend, Harry's Hero, the top 4. But that's how he did it last time. Might need some extra luck over the 1200 here. Replay number 2 features winning form also. This time it's Podium, Telecom Power, Lucky Generations and Oriental Surprise. How are you seeing these 4?
Yeah, look, I quite like both Telecom Power and Oriental Surprise. Probably more so Oriental Surprise in the race. He had to come wide on the turn, and he stayed on here for the 6th placing. He's drawn barrier number 6. I think he'll try and get him in, just in behind. Was a strong second a couple of starts ago, and then Not the City Ones come out and won when he raced against him recently as well. So the form looks okay.
And Legend Star, who was barrelled on the inside, has won out of that race also. Riding High has been on the improve since he's been into Class 5. Chill Master's been one of yours in the past. What about in this Class 5 race?
Yeah, we'll give him a chance as well with blinkers on for the first time. This is only his 2nd go in Class 5, Chill Master. The first one was this race, and you can see he wasn't too far away. Blinkers on should focus him up. I do like Riding High, though, in the race. I think he can go straight to the front from barrier 3, and he looks tough to beat. So, yeah, he goes in.
And there you go. What is the makeup of your top 4?
Yeah, I've got Riding High, and there's the Quinella horse. He goes in the 2nd behind Oriental Surprise, Chill Master with the blinkers on, and Telecom Power. 7, 6, 4, 1.
Paul with the Car Ying connection. Purton and Hayes to win race 2 with Oriental Surprise. Third race is back to the 1650 metres. It is a Class 4 event, this one, with the 5 for 2 at the top on the class drop. Blinkers, crossover noseband off, tongue tie first time. The Azure is a 3-time course and distance winner. Prestige Ricky ran third at his only go over the 1650. Wider draw for Bull Attitude. Kalachi a wider draw too, but he did run a placing last time. Encanto Star goes up in trip, and Stormy off a 2nd last time behind Corleone comes up with barrier number 8 with Aero Invincible and Bull Attitude up the front. Ball.
Yeah, look, Aero Invincible likes to lead over this trip, so I think he'll go there. Bull Attitude's drawn 10. Now, there's a big run to that first bend, so I think he'll try and get across outside the leader. I think he can. Stormy went forward and ran well last start. Young Brilliant. Kalachi. Sunday Serenade was unlucky at his last start. Savvy Warrior and Dr. Golden General, although he's got a low draw, I think he'll go all the way back because he hasn't got any gate speed that we've seen so far. He's drawn barrier 3.
We head straight to Nick first up with the rider of Bull Attitude. It's Zach Purton.
Zach, you're riding a Bull Attitude in race 3 on Wednesday night for Mark Neal. You've only ridden them just the once, but I thought there was plenty to take out of his run last time.
Yeah, he's probably not the easiest horse to manage at the moment. He probably needs gates and flow of race where things just pan out nicely for him. If you got to sort of push and pull him and, you know, stand over him a little bit, he's not able to handle that. And there was a little bit of that last start. It was a bit of an awkward gate. Had to come back and he got a bit keen. I thought all in all he finished off well enough and ran a nice race, but once again he's drawn a pretty poor gate, so he's going to need things to go his way.
Yeah, he certainly will. As you say, he did cover that little bit of extra ground, but I guess what was telling was, as you say, the way he's sort of levelled off and finished his race nice, which you'd like to see at the Valley.
Yeah, he got around there nice enough for his first attempt in a race there, which was good. And he's had the experience now, so hopefully he's a bit better for it. A course, a bit more room, which will suit him. But he's an honest horse. He just needs a little bit of help at the moment.
Okay, perhaps with him. That's the race before we start the International Jockeys Championships. Just an overview of your rides there, and obviously you're on horses that you know, one or two of them. But how hopeful are you of landing the prize again?
Probably hopeful more than confident. I haven't had a dive into it yet. Had a tea time yesterday, so I was more interested in going to play golf than going through the fields. So I've got today and tomorrow to worry about that. Some of them are drawn a little bit tricky, so I'm going to have to try and find the right run on them. But, you know, it's good to see a little bit more depth in the fields this year. I think it gives a fair few guys a chance.
And talking of depth, I mean, depth in the riding ranks too, of course. You're no stranger to some of these guys and girls that are coming to ride in it, but looks a really bit of stiff competition this year, doesn't it?
It is. It could possibly be the strongest lineup of jockeys that they've had, which is great to see as well. And, you was good to see the girls back here as well. They added another little bit of star power to it, which is good. They're familiar. They've been here before in the series, which is always nice. Give them a go again. And yeah, it's whoever wins it deserves to win it.
We'll move on from Zach Paul to Prestige Ricky, who placed last time. That's him well back on the inside. We saw on the speed map he's going to be maybe in the back half of the field again. 1650, beat all but in fact, he was beaten home by one, so beat most of them home here.
Yeah, all cash ended up winning the race. The grey down the outside. This is the one that got Hugh Bowman into the series. He's drawn nicely in barrier 2, but he hasn't shown that early bit of gate speed, as you can see by this race. He went back. He did draw 11 here, but when he did draw it low, he was back as well. So you just need to, you're just on the back foot a little bit from the start.
Third there for Prestige Ricky. Now we've got Savvy Warrior running 5th, and Sunday's Serenade, who has raced well over the 1650, carries an extra £7 this week. Senior rider gets on board, Mikhail Barcelona.
Yeah, didn't have any luck down the straight here, was sort of crowded for room. So with the new jockey on, being Mikhail Barcelona, is one of 52. He's at 56, but you can see he didn't really get a crack in the straight.
Badly held up there on the inside. So what's your top 4 for this?
We'll go with him, this horse, Sunday Serenade. I think he's a winner waiting to happen. He hasn't had much luck in his runs recently. Bull Attitude will need some luck from barrier 10. There's Jure, as last one of 54. He's close to that rating now. He'll get back. And Air Invincible should go forward. 3, 7, 2 and 5.
Race 3, number 3 for the first leg of the early treble. Race number 4 is the first leg of the Longines IJC, and we kick it off with a Class 4 over the 1,000 metres. This is how they are lined up. Healthy. James McDonald, Super 60, Joe Marira, both with wide draws. Lean Master comes back in trip. Capliner has the cheek pieces going on. Beauty Thunder, a course and distance winner 2 starts ago. Winning Champion drops back from the 1200, and Snowthorn wears blinkers for the first time, Paul.
Yeah, Alexander Hedge has only had the one start, but showed really good gate speed and leading. Lean Master can go forward. He's drawn the inside gate, star performer. Harmony Fire's drawn a wide gate. Beauty Thunder was punted in one last start. He'll need a bit of luck from his draw. Bunter Baby. Honest Witness, I think, is going to get his chance. Cap Liner. Super 60 and Healthy have both drawn the outside fences. They may have to go back.
Here is the trainer right now of Super 60. It's Casper Founds.
Casper Founds, you're no stranger, of course, to winners at Happy Valley. You'll certainly be wanting winners at this meeting, I'm sure. You've got Super 60 lining up in the first leg of the Jockeys Championship. You've got Joe Marira riding, of course. No familiar name to you there. Ran in this race last year and ran well.
Yeah, he remains in good form. He was a bit unlucky his last start, so I decided to just keep him fresh and target this race. And obviously a bit unfortunate we come up with a wide gate of 11. But he's got good gate speed, so we'll leave it to Joe to handle.
He ran in this race 12 months ago, Casper, off 44. He's done well since. I mean, he's up to 57 now. So do you think there's still a good bit to offer around here, especially?
Yeah, I think he's still got a couple of points in hand. You know, he'll be competitive at this rating. He's only a small horse, is what I'll say. But he's been performing well in recent times.
You mentioned the wide gate, obviously very unfortunate, but no better man to overcome it. I'm sure great to team up with Joe again.
Yeah, very happy to have Joe back. He's a legend in Hong Kong. He's done so much for the sport here. So it's just great to have him back for the night, and I'm sure we'll have a bit of fun on the night.
From Casper Paul to the replay of Healthy, who ran 4th last time. Winning Champion finished 6th. This was 1,200 metres, so drop back to the 1,000 metres for this, which Healthy has won over before, but he's drawn the outside fence.
Yeah, look, he's going to be a lot of pace in this race, so that'll suit him. I think he'll have to go back. Look, I can see him running on like he did in this race down the outside. Haven't got him on a win line, got him on a very minor line, because I just want to keep him safe, because he's a well-rated horse at the moment. Last win of 65, now rated 60.
One more to look at. It's the trial up at Chung Fa of Honest Witness, who had no luck in his run last time at Happy Valley. That was a good while ago, that run now. It was on the 17th of September, so it's been a while since we have seen him, and charged down the 800 metres at Chung Fa.
Has been placed fresh in the past. I think David Hayes has probably had this race in mind for him. He'd be pleased with the draw. Barrier number 2, Christophe Lemire as well, consistent horse. And look, I can see him winning this race. I think he's going well at the moment. It was a nice trial from him up there.
That's a good report for Honest Witness. So maximum points to Christophe Lemaire.
Yeah, well, I think he can start off really well, Christophe. So got him on top, Honest Witness. To beat Bunter Baby, he's a horse who's been consistent, ran a good second last time. Zeta Hedge will just ping out and try and lead all the way. And then Healthy. 7-11-5-1.
Fourth race, Leg 1 of the IJC. Leg 1 also of Wednesday night 6 Up. The fifth, Leg 2 of the Longines IJC on Wednesday night, and this one is a Class 4 over the 1650. Top weight again for Fortunate Son. Star Mac, first time in this grade. Corleone, last start winner, extra £4. Chain of Golds minus a hood. Amazing Gaze has the cheek pieces going on. Take Action, two-time course and distance winner. Yuchong Victory won last time down in grade, comes up to Class 4 once again. And Ace War draws nicely and has placed 2 from his last 3 starts, Paul.
Look, Corleone was on the pace last start. Youth Power likes to go on the pace. I think Zach will go to the front and try and take Bad Luck out of the equation here. Dictate from there. Take Action. Forever Glorious can lead as well if he wants to. Amazing Gaze was slightly further back than he probably would have liked last time. Ace War get his chance. Fortunate Son. Quantum Patch can go forward, but race is better when he goes back, and Star Mac always goes back.
Back we head to Nick once again with Casper, this time talking Corleone.
Casper, you've got Corleone in the second leg of the International Jockeys Championship. You've got a nice draw, you've got a very good jockey on in Ryan Moore, and you've got a horse in form.
Absolutely, yeah. He ticks all the boxes. Again, after his impressive win last start, I opted to wait for this race for him and see if we can get another win on the board. Again, he's up in the weights and the handicap, carrying a big weight. But his win was very good in a good time. He ran 138.5, which is a solid time for the Valley. And obviously with the superstar Ryan on top, it's been a wonderful result.
I know it's easy to say now, Casper, after he's won, but he just looked ready to win one last time, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He presented well all season, and since that run, he's pleased me in his work. He had a nice trial last week in Chung Fa, and again, he's in good condition for his race.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that trial. Is he the type of horse that sort of takes the journey up there and back in his stride? Obviously, the trial looked very good.
Yeah, no, he enjoys going up to Chung Fa, and it's a race. I mean, there's a couple of nice horses in this race. There's a couple dropping in the ratings and going into Class 4, like Hayes' horse looks quite well suited there, coming off a good finish in Class 3 last start. So, yeah, it's not the easiest of races, but I presented him well, and he gets his chance.
Talking of David Hayes, he's got plenty of runners in these races, so too have you. I imagine this is always, I know it's probably a silly question, but is this always a meeting that you target?
Yeah, I'm surprised Hazy's got a few in there. It's really surprised me to see the entries, but look, hopefully with his three-pronged attack and my single one, I should be able to handle him.
That is Casper Founds, Paul. Now here is a replay of Take Action running third last time. Fortunate Son, Amazing Gaze. Ace War's nearly last here, and he is certainly on the improve, and he's down in the weights also.
Yeah, look, I think Ace War was a little bit unlucky in this race. Amazing Gaze was a little bit further back than he would like as well. This is the race that All Cash won. But you can see couldn't get through, and now he's through. Ace War and really finished off strongly. So I think he's a big chance in this.
And one more to have a look at. It's the consistent Can't Go Wong. He doesn't go too many bad races. He also doesn't win out of turn Can't Go Wong. He's recorded just the 2 wins from 45 starts. Number of placings over course and distance. Umberto Responsibly takes the ride.
Yeah, barrier number 11, so he's going to go all the way back. Look, he'll want some pace on. He could get it in this race. He runs on. He sort of catches the eye every so often, but doesn't win really. He's only had those 2 from the 45 starts. But as you mentioned, there's numerous placings there.
Yeah, that's pretty much a carbon copy of what he does most times in that replay. But does Ace War get the nod? I
think he's going to get the chance in this Ace War. Comes down as number 12, and he's on top of Rachel King. Amazing Gaze, give him another chance. Corleone will be right there with Youth Power. So they're going to be leading and sort of trailing, I think, the bottom, those third and fourth selections, so I wanted to include them as well. But 12, 6, 3, 10.
They are Paul's thoughts for the first leg of the Triple Trio. This is the preview for race number 6 on Wednesday night. Now we pause the IJC for a race and have a Class 4 over the 1200 in the interim. Skycap first up on the class drop. Argento Ocean last start. Winner carries an extra £7. Flying Rote's had 2 trials since being scratched for a heart irregularity on the 2nd of November. Watch this one, blinkers off, visor first time. Prestige Haulers minus the hood. Winning Money's placed 3 from 4 course and distance, and Power Summit coming back from the 1400 at Sha Tin last time out. Paul, Winning Money's the leader.
Yeah, he led last start and he'll try and lead again. Argento Ocean pinged out the gates last time. He's got barrier number 1. He should get every opportunity once again. Skycap's fresh into the race. Flying Rote likes to go forward. Watch This One likes to go forward as well. So that should make the pace good. Marvin Gold and Wave Garden should go back.
Winners in the first 2 replays. The first one is Win Method, who was a little bit of a shock victory at Happy Valley last time. Free Pony hasn't done too bad of a job since joining the Michael Cheng stable. Can they carry on what they've done recently?
As you say, when they win at a big price, you always have to wonder if they can go on and do it again with this Win Method. Look, he was backed a little bit. He did come into single figures in the end. I don't think this was a strong race. Free Pony did race well there, and he's drawn barrier 5.
All right, so it may be a word of caution around that one. What about the form line around Argento Ocean, who's in behind the leader here, the grey, and then 2 strong in the latter stages of the race? He went away to score by a length, £134, so 7 more than what he carried this day.
I thought it was a nice win from him. He really jumped out of the gates. He seems to enjoy it here at Happy Valley. He's up 7 points for this, but he's drawn barrier 1. He can get a very similar run to this, and I thought he won with plenty in hand. Lucky McQueen's going to be racing on the weekend back at Sha Tin. Thought it was a strong win. I think he can win again.
All right, means we're looking for minor money in the last couple of replays at some trials. Marvel and Gold's done nothing on race day, has trialled up okay a few times. Flying Rote had found some form before that scratching. In fact, he was a winner on the 8th of October when we last saw him. It's a bit of draw this week too. Barrier 4, so he can put himself in the race. He's a 2-time Class 4 winner, this horse as well. Nice trial from him. He normally puts himself on the pace, but he did come from behind here. And look, it was a good trial from him. So look, I expect him to race a good race here. I'll put him in the numbers. Yeah, the further they went, the better he did look in that trial. Did Flying Rote. Skycap resumes. Joe Marira, Casper Founds. He's first up. He's only had 1 go first up in the past, but the last time he was in Class 4 at Happy Valley, he won. Yeah, that was of a 56 rating. He's rated 60 here, but again, the class is no issue for him. He's drawn nicely barrier 2 of Joe Marira aboard. So look, I think he's going to get his opportunity once again as well. Coming into the race fresh, I don't think holds any fears for him. That's a good report for Skycap. So that's some replays for race number 6, but you think the winning form of Argento Ocean is going to be good? Yeah, it was a nice win from that horse, and I think he's a horse that had shown a bit before that win and he can go on with it. Winning Money, he should get a nice run out in front. Skycap and then Flying Rote. 2:10.14. Hugh Bowman, Douglas White for Paul to win race number 6 with Argento Ocean to make it 2 in a row. We welcome back the IJC for race number 7, the 3rd leg of it, and it's a Class 3, 1650. Highland Rahi, a 3-time course and distance winner. Silvery Breeze, barrier 5, his first look at Happy Valley, barrier 6 this week. Another Zonda likes to go forward generally. Viva Gracious has won 2 of his last 3. Samarkand's a 4-time course and distance winner. Ivy League is a 3-time course and distance winner. Solid Win, a wide draw, and Beauty Glory won on the 12th of November, course and distance, but it was down in Great Ball. Plenty of horses like to go forward in this race. Samarkand led all the way last start. Highland Rahi likes to lead and set up fast sectionals. Viva Gracious likes to go forward. Beauty Glory is a leader. Thriving Brothers was in the trail when he won last start. So all those 5 can go forward. Another Zonda's another one that can go forward. Ivy League can go forward as well. So there's going to be plenty of pace in this race. Silvery Breeze, Max Q, and then Solid Win. I think every horse will get their chance. Here's Hugh Bowman now. He's riding Silvery Breeze.
I think if I had to choose one to be most excited about, it probably would be Silvery Breeze. His last 2 runs have been outstanding, and he really is knocking on the door. So, look, I think all my horses are certainly capable of scoring points for me. If we can get the all-important win on one of them, or possibly 2, that'd be probably win it. But yeah, look, like I said, they're all capable of scoring points, which is the most important thing, really.
That's the 2016 winner, Hugh Bowman, talking Silvery Breeze. Paul, his Thriving Brothers winning last time at Sha Tin in what was quite a strong field. He had a perfect trip down on the inside, but he might get something similar this week.
Yeah, they didn't go too quick in this race, and he managed to sprint off the front. So I don't know if he's going to get that sort of same in this race, because there's plenty of speed in this race. Little Paradise has come out and won out of this race, but he was quite well back. So it's just sort of how that race is run. I don't think the race will be run similar to this race, and that could be a little bit of a problem for him.
And some more weight on his back too because of that win for Thriving Brothers. Max Q's going the right way in his short career. He's up to start number 14. He's won 2. He's placed 6th. Vincent Ho, Mark Newnham. First race night appearance at Happy Valley. Yeah,
so that's just a little query how they do handle it. But look, he's a horse who's already won a couple. He's been in really good form. He's drawn 8, but look, you can see he came from the back here, and he might have to do something similar in this race because there is plenty of pace in the race. He'll be finishing off strong though, so I did want to include him from that tricky gate.
He goes in. One more replay to see, and it's a Flying Fortress, the best of those, backing up from race 197 into this. He runs second. Another Zonda's been in numbers at times throughout his career recently. Is he in this week?
Yeah, I think he'd be a bit of value in another Zonda. Here's got James McDonald aboard. He's a horse. He was a big price here. He was about 40 to 1. He's such an honest horse, the son of the Autumn Sun. So look, he'll just go in. Flying Fortress isn't without a chance with Zach Purton aboard either. So he was right on the cusp.
Yeah, big time keen on one here.
I do like Silvery Breeze. I think he's so close to a win, and those last 2 runs have both been very good. I'm going to put Storming Dragon in. Look, Ryan Moore's aboard him. He's drawn low, and I just think Ryan will really suit this horse because the horse gets back and has got a really good finish on him. Another Zonda and Max Q. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Paul with a race-to-race double for Hugh Bowman, the latest of them, Silvery Breeze in race number 7. And now race number 8, last leg of the IJC. We'll find out who wins it following this race, of course, on Wednesday night with Kairos Dragon. Zach Purton has a good record on this horse. 1 ride for 1 win. Power Kep's a 4-time course and distance winner. Wonder Star is going up in distance on a 7-day backup. Romantic Sun won last time. It's a wide draw again for Triumphant More. Never Too Soon's a 3-time course and distance winner. And Torbjorn Golfin, 2 starts at Happy Valley for a 3rd and a 1st, and a leader of Mr. Desira Paul.
Another race with plenty of pace because Wonder Star likes the lead. Akash Vani can go forward. Torbjorn Golfin likes the lead. He'll put pressure on Mr. Desira. Pakistan Legacy led last start, but I think he'll be able to slot in. Romantic Sun, a last start winner. Bundle of Charm, Triumphant More. Now, he's led in the past as well, but I don't think he'll get into a speed battle here. Mighty Commander and Kairos Dragon might just watch the whole race unfold.
Next standing by with David Hayes, who has 2 runners in the second last.
David Hayes, the final leg of the IJC is race 8. You've got a couple of really strong chances. I'm sure you'll be liking to head into the penultimate race in a very good position. But you've got Akash Vani, James McDonald, Romantic Sun, Rachel King, 2 horses that love it around here. Both look to be strong chances.
Yeah, they do. They're in-form horses that have drawn well. Akash Vani didn't get the best rub of the green the other day. He had a horse lay on him in the straight, but it was only narrowly beaten. And Romantic Sun was quite dominant. So you love taking horses that are in form to the Valley, especially if they've drawn well with good jockeys on. So I'm pretty happy with all ticks.
And talking of the latter, Romantic Sun, I mean, he's always shown his best around here. Good to see him back to form last time, and Rachel King going on as well. Certainly no detriment there.
Yeah, look, he's a very consistent horse that's easy to ride. He was unlucky the start before he won, so he's really in form, and that win was probably his best run in Hong Kong.
It looks fiercely competitive as always, this competition, David, and we know there's great incentive for the trainers as well. You're throwing plenty of darts at the board this year, and you've got some really nice chances all across it.
Yeah, to get in them you've got to be in form, but to run in them they're running against a lot of in-form horses as well. So with a bit of luck they should be weighing in, I hope.
Do you think perhaps this pair in the 8th race might be a couple of your stronger chances maybe?
I really like the way Starmax's working in the Class 4. I think he's a lot better horse than Class 4s. And he's got a couple of good backups if things go wrong. So, yeah, they're one of my best chances, but it's a very hard race.
David Hayes there with his 2 runners. Paul, we're going to start with a horse coming up in grade, winning last time in Class 4, Mr. Desira. leads up, gets the job done over the 1,000 metres, goes to 1,200 metres and comes to Class 3.
Yeah, he's a good chance once again. He's going to be out of trouble there, but it's what pressure he gets on with horses like Torbjorn Golfer in the race. He won pretty easily here. There was no question about that. He's drawn the inside, so look, he's hard to leave out. You've got to put him in.
There he is, winning by a good margin last start. You referenced Torbjorn Golfer when you just spoke about Mr. Desira. He is also a last start winner down in grade, and he's able to hold them off and win over 1,200 metres. So this is a course and distance win last time.
Yeah, and it was a very similar run as we saw with Mr. Desira. They both like to do exactly the same thing, and the query is, could they be the undoing of each other, because they both have the same sort of racing style. Saying that, if one just sits off the other and they dominate from the front, they're both going to be right there. So look, they both go in.
That's that pair. Now, one more to look at. It's Pakistan Legacy on the 23rd of November. He was first up here over 1,200 metres, obviously at Sha Tin, and it was a pretty strong field. This guy, Joe, who wins, it's a really nice horse. Yeah,
and public attention was on debut, and he was rated in the 80s, and he's off to the races coming up on Saturday, so we'll keep an eye, Sunday I should say, we'll keep an eye on him. I like the way he fights in this horse. This is fresh up. He's going to be a lot fitter for this run. And I just see him coming to Happy Valley as a positive with a shorter straight. The other thing in his favour is he has been here before, and he was quite impressive winning a trial. Wasn't too far away there in 6. I'm going to make him the value play. I think he could sneak under the radar.
There you go. So he is the on-top selection.
Yeah, we'll make him the value play in the race. Mikhail Barcelona might bring his price down a little bit, but I think he can beat Romantic Sun. Rachel King, I think she's got some really good rides. Mr. Desira and Torbjorn Golfer, the two front runners. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Mikhail Barcelona for Paul to win the last leg of the IJC with Pakistan Legacy at some value. Quality race, race number 9 to round out IJC night at Happy Valley. It is a Class 2 over the 1,800. Johannes Brahms makes his Happy Valley debut. Helene Feelings won 2 from 4 course and distance. Huge Wave, a last start winner, extra £7. Jumbo Legend back in trip, his stablemate Sky Heart's number 7. We've got Awesome Fluke coming up in grade after winning last time. Numbers on debut on the Boombox has his first go at 1,800 and his first go in Class 2, Paul, with the leader, Keefe.
I think Keithy, well, he's only had one go over the 1,800 and he led. I think he'll try and lead in this race as well. Sky Heart's the alternative, he can lead. Awesome Fluke, he was close to the front when he won last start. Helene Feeling likes his way around here. Numbers is the debutant, we'll see, but he's gone forward in his trials. Huge Wave might just do it a bit tough, he'll try and slot in there somewhere. The Boombox, Jumbo Legend together, back to La City Blanche. Bravehearts goes back, Speed Dragon does, and Johannes Brahms likewise. Straight to Nick with Chris So talking the Boombox.
Chris So, you've got the very likeable The Boombox going back to the races on Wednesday night. Got the win here over 60 and 50 last time. Great to see him back to winning form.
Yeah, I'm very happy also, because last year, we got a couple winners and then we struggled for a while. So, finally we found a good distance, the further distance for him.
Yeah, nice to see it all click for him, of course. And that was his first run at Happy Valley. Had it always been in the back of your mind to bring him to race at the Valley?
Actually, I think, I'm speaking to Vincent to discuss, we think the horse is the most important. He's getting more relaxed, I think, he also should handle the Happy Valley track. Yeah, because the way he's so relaxed now. Because I remember this year, the first race, even 14 first start for him, he cannot catch up the pace. So, that's why, we discussed, we give him more distance.
And your horses traditionally, Chris, can be very precocious. Obviously, it's not unheard of for you to get a first-time out winner like this horse. But I guess sometimes after they do win, say, their first couple, they can just take a bit of time to find their feet. But once they do come back, they can come back bigger and stronger, can't they?
I think, the horse is improving, but, that's what I say, we need to find the right distance for him. Seems like, he can handle more distance, like, 18, that's why, we see. Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I mean, I had a look. He's down one over nearly 1.25 miles. So, I mean, you'd like to think there's enough stamina there to be confident you can get the 18, right?
I can't say, but looks like he seems okay, can handle. Yeah.
And Chris, while I've got you, just quickly, you had a nice horse make a winning introduction at Mabubu. When might we see him again?
We'll be running on the International Day, so let's see.
And he's a nice horse, isn't he, that guy?
I think for the first start, he ran good. I think he's just like he need to more improving, and keep improving, and we will find out on the Sunday.
We'll find out if the boombox makes Paul's selection shortly. A couple of replays to have a look at first, and it is Huge Wave, who really bats above his average, this horse, Paul. He's done a great job with him, Jimmy Ting. Maxime Guillon rides, but barrier 12 in a quality lineup's going to mean he's going to need some luck.
He will. He'll need definitely. I like Skyheart in this coming out of this race. I thought it was good. I think Keithy's going to be a lot closer in the run. You can see him finishing off, and I don't mind Speed Dragon as well. You can see him coming down, just balancing up wide as well. But both Skyheart and Speed Dragon, good chances.
Here's Speed Dragon once again in this replay. This is a win from Speed Dragon on the 15th of October. Jumbo Legend 5th is consistent. Helene Feeling, he loves the 1800 metres.
He does. Look, I'm going to put Helene Feeling in. I think he's a good chance, along with Speed Dragon, because you can see he's got a really good turn of foot. It's a great betting race, this one. There's so many chances. I mean, I've left Jumbo Legend out, but he's going to... the reason I thought he might just be a little bit under is with Joe Moreira aboard, but look, he's a chance as well.
How, in the end, did you sort out the top four?
Yeah, I've actually gone with the boombox because I like the way he sprinted off a slow pace last time, and I think he can improve once again. He did put two together last season. Skyheart, Helene Feeling with a good draw, and I think Hugh Bowman's going to have a really good night. And then Speed Dragon in there on a minor line as well. 11-7-3-2 in the last.
And that is all of the selections for IJC night at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We're on the A course and the first of the 9. It's an earlier start of 6:30.